The story of Buddha.
Little Buddha, the story of Prince Siddhartha.
Queen Maya was deep inside the wood when suddenly her birth pains began. And then, it is said, a tree, understanding this great moment, bent slowly down to protect her, offering its branches for her support. The child was born with almost no pain, with shining golden skin. He was fully conscious, his eyes wide open, and he was strong enough to stand on his own legs.
I have been born to reach enlightenment and free all creatures from suffering.
And it is said, lotus blossoms grew in his footsteps.
Was Buddha a god?
No, he was a real person.
Like Jesus?
Yes, quite a bit like Jesus.
What happened to Buddha when he grew up?
Oh, he wasn't called Buddha yet. He was still young Prince Siddhartha.
What is this song?
It is from a faraway land, my lord. It evokes the beauties of the country she knew as a child. The mountains and the lakes that she can never forget.
How strange. Do such places exist? Places as beautiful as here?
I have heard that only suffering lies beyond these walls.
What do you mean? Suffering?
Your father loves you very much. He has given us everything we could want. There's no need to go anywhere else when you have such beauty around you.
It is true. We have everything and everything is perfect. So, what is this feeling I have? If the world is so beautiful, why have I never seen it? I've not even seen my own city. I must see the world, Yashodhara, with my own eyes.
Living a life in great luxuries, Siddhartha was curious to explore the world outside his palace.
Suddenly, however, through the crowd, the young prince saw something he had never seen before.
Chana! Chana! Who are those men? Tell me, who are those men?
They are men like the rest of us, my lord, who once sucked milk from their mother's breast.
But why do they look like that?
They are old, my lord.
What do you mean, old?
Old age destroys memory, beauty, and strength. In the end, it happens to us all, my lord.
To everyone? To you and to me?
It is better not to concern yourself with these things, my lord.
But where are they? What is the matter with those people? Why is she crying like that?
She is in pain, my lord. She is very sick.
Sick? What is that?
No one reaches the moment of death without falling sick at least once.
Even kings? And death? What moment is that? Show me death.
This is death, my lord.
Here, the ashes are given to the river, my lord.
This would be the hardest goodbye. His heart was torn, but his mind was made up.
Chana. Chana. Chana.
A magic mist had descended over everything.
Chana.
The whole court had fallen into a deep sleep.
Chana. 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 Chana, wake up. Get Kantika. Get Kantika. Mind no one sees you and meet me at the old gate. Go now.
Yes, my lord. Only the great elephants are awake, my lord.
The whole world is dreaming, Chana.
Siddhartha, the dream was ending. His long journey of awakening had begun.
विभूषितं निगमदा मोदाङ्कितं चन्दनं जाति चम्पकल्बिल्लपत्रुचितं
Who are they, Channa? Are they robbers?
No, my lord. They're ascetics.
Ascetics? Why are they so thin and naked?
They have given up all the comforts of life, my lord. They have sworn never to leave the forest until they have reached enlightenment.
Enlightenment? These are for you. Channa, I am doing this for everyone. I am looking for freedom.
Dico sa pared. Kinabadasan.
The 5 ascetics witnessed these miracles and were filled with wonder. They became Siddhartha's first disciples.
6 years, Siddhartha and his followers lived in silence and never left the forest. For drink, they had rain. For food, they had a grain of rice or a broth of mud, or the droppings of a passing bird. They were trying to master suffering by making their minds so strong they would forget about their bodies. Then, one day, Siddhartha heard an old musician on a passing boat speaking to his pupil.
If you tighten the string too much, it will snap. And if you leave it too slack, it won't play.
Suddenly, Siddhartha realized that these simple words held a great truth, and that in all these years he had been following the wrong path. A village girl offered Siddhartha her bowl of rice, and for the first time in years, he tasted proper food. But when the ascetics saw their master bathing and eating like an ordinary person, they felt betrayed, as if Siddhartha had given up the great search for enlightenment.
Come and eat with me.
You have betrayed your vows, Siddhartha.
You have given up the search.
We can no longer follow you.
We can no longer learn from you.
To learn is to change. The path to enlightenment is in the middle way. It is the line between all opposite extremes.
If I can reach enlightenment, may this bowl float upstream.
The middle way was the great truth Siddhartha had found, the path he would teach to the world.
Siddhartha arrived at Bodh Gaya. Here his torment would end. He sat down beneath a tree and vowed not to leave until he had reached enlightenment. Bones may fall apart, but I will never leave this place until I find a way to enlightenment.
I'm going closer.
Mara had tried to tempt Siddhartha in the cleverest of ways, by disguising the temptations of life in the simplest forms. But Siddhartha was looking beyond form, beyond the present, and now Mara was enraged.
Siddhartha's mind was now so focused that he could successfully enter the darkest reaches of his unconscious. It was now that he would face his own and greatest torment. The demon Mara, the lord of ego and illusion, appeared before him. He could make any horror real in Siddhartha's mind. An army of demons to attack Siddhartha. They fired flaming arrows at him. But mid-flight, Siddhartha turned them into lotus blossoms, and they fell harmlessly around him.
It seemed as if Mara had been defeated, but in fact, he had not yet given up the battle. Now he attacked again.
You who go where no one else will dare. Will you be my god, architect? Finally I have met you. You will not rebuild your house again. But I am your house. And you live in me. O Lord of my own ego. You are pure illusion. You do not exist. The earth is my witness.
Siddhartha, now age 35, passed through 4 jhanas to reach enlightenment and become the Buddha, or awakened one. He then spent 7 days beneath a tree in a meditative state of absolute bliss. In this highly attuned state, the Buddha saw a way to escape the inevitable cycle of old age, sickness, and death. He realized that if we remove desire, we can remove dissatisfaction and suffering from our lives. The Buddha summed up his wisdom in 4 noble truths, which are the foundation of all Buddhist beliefs. The first noble truth recognized that there is suffering in life. The second diagnosed the cause of that suffering, desire. In the third truth, like a doctor, the Buddha revealed that there was a cure for desire. And in the fourth noble truth, he gave the prescription, how to cure the illness and achieve enlightenment or nirvana. The Buddha would further teach that morality, meditation, and wisdom were the stepping stones to enlightenment. He would dedicate the rest of his life helping others to follow this path, towards freedom from suffering.